Hey guys, as per goddamn usual, we had some technical difficulties. Our mics didn't work, so you'll just be listening to us through our iPhone audio. Sorry that sounds like shit, but this is a great episode, so enjoy. Bye.
TikTok award.
TikTok Awards review time.
Hell yes.
We are recording this the day after the TikTok Awards. Are you hungover?
I was wildly hungover today.
Really?
It was awful.
I was okay. I left pretty early. I didn't drink heaps. I thought, when I got home, I was like, oh, you know when you're in your house?
Yeah.
After a night out, and you're like, oh, thank God I stopped drinking. And then you get there and you're like, oh, I did not stop drinking, obviously. Yeah. Guys, welcome back. This is episode 57. Big shout out to all the people who gave us a 5-star review recently. That really helps us. So if you want to chuck us a 5-star review, they did.
That's so nice.
On Apple Podcasts or Spotify, that really helps us. We also have the Nobody Asks Facebook page, the secret headquarters, if you want to join that as well. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can always submit that to the fan mail. But we're here to go over all the biggest events from the biggest event of the year.
We're
the TikTok Awards presented by Sarah V.
V.
You have to say that. Apparently at the
they're
TikTok
not
Awards, you
paying
have to say Sarah V twice in every sentence, or they come on stage and shoot you in the face.
Everyone at the TikTok Awards does look held at gunpoint.
Oh my
at
God.
At some point that night.
Yeah. I thought the people reading off the teleprompter looked like they were looking at a gun the entire time.
See, this is the thing. I'm not going to let this be it's 30 million degrees outside and we're hungover one. Let's get fired up about something.
Yeah, it is also really hot.
It's so boiling, but we're not going to be like, oh, and that's why this is a shit-ass, stupid podcast. It's not. It's going to still be the best in the whole world.
I was never going into it with that.
I like your little Raging Waters t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm wearing the Raging Waters merch, as you guys would have seen all the videos that have come out from that. People are still like amazed that... You know what message I got of people going, oh, I thought you were joking that it was closed, but no, we had it.
No, yeah, no one's believing us. Guys, we were living our lives.
Yeah, but
our
guys,
dreams.
The TikTok Awards were last night.
Yes.
What a night. Where to start?
I want to start the day before.
Okay.
Because famously, I went to the TikTok Creator Camp on behalf of the Nobody Else podcast because Lockie wasn't there.
Not on behalf of us. I want nothing to do with it. No, Eden went representing Eden McGovern, the titan of industry.
If you are someone who works anywhere, I went because I was really excited about it. If you're anyone else, I went because last year they gave us Rode Wireless Go mics.
Yes. And
I loved that. That was awesome because that's quite an investment. And then this year, during the year, I was filming something and I was dressed as an orca and I jumped in the harbour wearing my Rode Wireless Go mic.
I can't believe you thought they were going to give the same gift again. I like that you treat the Creator Camp as just like a road warehouse. Like, well, I need another mic. Better go to Creator Camp.
Well, yeah, we got like linen pajamas this year. I don't want that.
Oh, have you still got them?
Yeah, they're in that bag right there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what else is in there though. Ooh.
Is this? Oh, you got the gift bag here.
Yeah, but there's other stuff in there. I'm not sure. I don't like what's in my bag.
Sarah, yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, a bunch of CeraVe skincare. Truly, I don't know what else is going on in there though. Yeah, it was a lot. I don't understand. The first year they did it, it ruled. Like the Creator Camp. That was the year that we had all those the hypercarding and the like pole classes and the big after party and everyone at Hotel Hijinks was the best. And then last year was literally like a university course in being a cringe influencer.
Yeah, I've never been to a Creator Camp, but from all accounts, it's getting worse every year and it looks like they're putting less effort into it every year.
Yeah.
And because I think the first year they were like, let's put all these people into groups based on interest and get them to go do fun activities that they can document.
Yeah.
And I think they were just like, fuck it, put out a cheese board and get Michael Finch to talk to us and tell us how to make money. And from all accounts that I got it was basically an hour of them saying, well, you can't actually make any money off TikTok, so you might as well make it somewhere else. Yes. And then Michael Finch accidentally saying that he makes all his money off YouTube.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So funny. He's awesome. He's really nice.
That's funny because my only interaction I've ever had with him, he was really rude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like...
I think I've told this story.
I think, really?
I'll say, yeah. Because he's...
God, we're getting into it really after that, aren't we?
No, it's not a shit talking episode, but it's a story I've told you, so I'll tell it again. We're at an event for Stacks, maybe like 3 years ago, so who knows, maybe he's changed. I'm not judging, I'm just saying this is exactly what happened. We were walking out and you couldn't take drinks outside the venue. I think he was going out and coming back in and a waitstaff said, "You need to leave this on the tray," like very politely, and he said, "Are you fucking serious?" And like put the glass on the tray, and then walked out. And I was like, "Well, you didn't have to be rude. You could literally leave a full glass there, walk out, not even pick up that glass, go get a new one for free." So.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like know him. I like said one word to him last night. He was nice
lovely.
to me, so I thought, yeah.
He wonderful. People like him, but that's the only time I've ever seen him in person. But I'm sure he's wonderful. I'm sure he's learnt from that situation.
Sure.
I'm sure he's learnt to finish his drinks before he goes outside.
Remember like last year at the TikTok Awards, they also capped the drinks. They were like, you guys get 2 drinks each. This year, they were letting them go.
At one point, when we'd come out of the awards, they had the trays of seltzers, and I went to grab 2. And the girl was like, only 1. I was like, okay.
Oh, really? But you could just go and get 1 at a time and get more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah. But, and at the Creator Cape, you had JoJo Siwa come and talk.
That was crazy. That was like a weird moment. Like, she just came out from the back and like sat down and like talked. Okay. I was sitting with the guys from Mates Rates, and we were all kind of like giggling and stuff, and then like half of what she said was like, what are you saying? And then half of the stuff she said was like, we were like, man, JoJo was kind of cool. Like, she was just really like, in the way that she was talking about backlash, I think, was the biggest thing. She was just like, yeah, like, lean in.
I hate that.
Like...
No. I hate when people are like that. I love the hate. Yeah, lean into the backlash. I'm like, no, you're probably getting backlash for a reason.
No, I mean, she was just saying, like, don't get, like...
That sounds like when people, like, get made fun of and then they turn that into merch. I'm like, oh, you're in on the joke, are you? Oh, you're really in on the joke. Yeah, we're all going to buy the fucking merch now, are we?
It depends. I think it's situational. She seems
like
a nice
the situation with her, she seems nice enough, but we can talk about, that's the first thing we can talk about. Wow. She did a performance.
Eden love everyone. Lockie hate everyone.
What's new? Yeah, she did a performance. And I thought, if you're the headline performance, maybe fucking sing the song. Maybe don't have, like, I will commend her backing track sounded fantastic.
Yeah, real good.
Her auto-tune was amazing. And I get people go, oh, but she's a dancer. Like, a big part of the performance is the dance aspect. So how's she going to dance and sing? Well, you're a performer.
I only have one.
You can do it. I mean, I just thought, if this is your headline performer that is performing before we give out the Creator of the Year award, this is... I don't know if TikTok reached out to her as like, this will be a funny meme, or if it was just who they could get. Because I was like, she didn't sing it. She sung 20% of the song and then was dancing. I'm like, well, most people probably want to hear you sing the song. And then also, I didn't think she was a very good singer.
I got one bone to pick with her.
Yeah.
That fucking 3/4 mic stand. What?
What are you, Freddie Mercury?
What is it for? Why does she need that?
I don't know. I think it's an image thing. Yeah, I thought it was...
Just have it be a whole mic stand and make it out of like aluminium or something, so it's like really like... I hate the stick, the weird little stick. What is it for? GoPro selfie stick looking ass.
Yeah, but I think
that's my only beef with her. That's my only qualm with Miss Siwa.
I had more beef because I was like, we're trying to get people to take this shit seriously.
Are we?
And people are trying to, like, they're trying to make it more of a traditional media avenue with social media.
Yeah.
And it's like when we're like sitting there going like, oh my god, this is our main performer who's literally been like, who said anything nice about her music over the last year? This is what I mean. I came outside and people were trying to be like, oh my god, so cool that she's here. I've seen all of you make videos about her, making fun of her. You've done the face paint. You've done the dream guest on my podcast. Everyone in that room has made one of those videos at some point during the year. But for some reason, we have to fucking shrink ourselves down and go, no, she's an A-lister. Brother, we were memeing her for a year. Let's not act like she was the star of the show. And when she got up there, she wasn't good. Her presentation is awesome. She wasn't a good singer. Every time she went to do like a high note, she just screamed instead. Go watch the video back. I'm not wrong. Or she just would go, ah! It was literally that meme of, ah! Oh, she's raspy today. That was the entire fucking thing, but with no auto-tune.
Yeah, man, I can't fault you on this. You're allowed this opinion.
It can be a bad performance, I don't care. I just hate that so many people were like, oh, I'm going to get a photo with JoJo, I'm going to get a video with JoJo. Oh my god, JoJo's here. Let's not be like, oh, this is our pinnacle now. Because you were all making fun of her for a year. it's such a weird thing. It's like if you wheeled up the kid you used to bully in primary school to be like, this is our fucking guy. What are we doing? Anyway, that's the first thing off my list. We did the Glambot on a nicer note.
Yeah, Cole, lovely. This is my takeaway. This is my qualm with the TikTok Awards is they brought in Cole Walliser, I think his name.
If you don't know, the Glambot from the Golden Globes, the Oscars, the guy with the big curly hair, we got to meet him and do the Glambot.
Yes. So he was also one of the talkers at the TikTok creator camp the day before. And they he's there as this he's talking about shooting some of his absolute heroes like Jackie Chan and Brad Pitt, and he's met the most famous people in the world.
Yep.
And I don't know how much they paid him, but at the next night of the awards they put him to work and they said, no, you won't be glambotting just the most famous influencers. You're gonna be glambotting
whoever gets in line.
The +1 of one of the marketing people for one of the lower end
Paramount's
companies.
marketing team, her boyfriend wanted to get one, so that's who. But I thought the line going into the venue, I thought I was going in that line.
Yeah.
Turns out I got in the line for the Glambot, and I was like, this is so slow. So I stood there for 20 minutes, and they were like, no, there's the Glambot line. I was like, oh. And we got about halfway through, and then they said, this is going to be open after the awards for an hour and a half as well. And I was like, yeah, fuck that, let's just do it then. And so I literally, as I went to go underneath the rope, Rory from Tinder came and grabbed me, who I've done a lot of work with. Love Rory, big shout out.
Lovely.
And
Rory's lovely.
Just walked me to the front of the line.
And then, that was your nepotism moment, and then my nepotism moment was I was nearby. I ran into you when you were talking to Rory.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you want to do one together? And I was like, yes.
So we just jumped the line in front of people who've probably been waiting 40 minutes.
Yeah, it felt bad, but also I didn't want to wait in that line.
Yeah, I did, because I didn't feel bad, because every single one of them would have done it as well.
Of course.
They all would have taken it. But
it's our one bit of,
and it's good. The Glambot turned out cool. I was really worried it was going to be bad. The only part of it that I don't like is there's a lot more lines in my forehead than I would have liked.
I think you look great.
It was a Wi-Fi signal on my forehead.
I think I look better in the Glambot than I do in any photos of us or me that whole night. I don't know. I kept doing weird things. My eyes were always half closed. But yeah, I think the Glambot was good. I liked it.
So you guys would have seen that by now. But the Glambot, that was fun. That was a fun little thing. I'm glad it's got the giant Tinder logo splayed across the front of it. So if anybody wants to ever post theirs.
That logo's real big.
Yeah.
Real big. I went, okay, we get it.
But yeah, it's alright. It's Glambot.
Sure.
Sponsored by Tinder, presented by Sarah V.
Sure.
Do you think if you're a creator of the year and you have a baby, you'd be like, my baby's name is Daniel, presented by Sarah V. Everything you do. Babe, I'm cheating on you.
Sponsored baby.
This is my lover, sponsored by Sarah V.
I want to make a brand deal out of
He's standing there in the corner rubbing lotion on himself.
A giving birth vlog. We're like, guys, we're so excited today to partner with Sarah V on my freaking stomach. We missed a part of the story that I would love to circle back to, which is the prees.
Yes.
What a day.
We organised we didn't organise, but the Mates Rates boys corralled themselves a hotel room at the Crown.
Yes.
And so we went, and I described it as the Avengers of straight white guys who do comedy on TikTok.
Yes.
It really was. I was looking around, I'm like, this is so cool. These are all my favourite people.
They're super funny.
It's Mates Rates, Mackenzie McIntyre, Jackson Field, Tom Smallwood, Money Mitch. Who am I forgetting? I feel bad if I'm forgetting people.
The Kiwi guys
that we met as well. But yeah, it was a very awesome group. And then Eden turned up, and I'll let you explain what your outfit was.
Well, famously, if you guys, I don't know, if you watch the pod, or listen to the pod, who cares? Lockie said he wouldn't sit with me at the TikTok Awards. I recreated basically the exact same outfit that I had last year, except I made a t-shirt that said, my podcast co-host Lockie McIntyre said I can't sit with him at the TikTok Awards because I'm not famous enough, which I am.
Big long shirt, big block lettering.
Yes.
And then what did you have for bottoms?
Well, bottoms. I basically had, Well, because last year I sort of just had like black stockings with suspenders and like these crazy red heels and black gloves, and I was like, well, I can't just do the same thing. So it's like insane like leopard print thigh-high stockings and suspenders, and I looked crazy, and my hair is like in this weird like 60s headband giant thing, and I'm wearing like eyelashes bigger than the world. I just wanted to look super camp. I wanted to. One of the drag queens, one of my favorite drag queens, responded to my story just then and was like, "You are so drag queen." I was like, "That's exactly what I wanted to look like." But anyway, I get an Uber to the Crown.
The Crown Casino, yes.
When they dropped you off, did they open the door for you?
I got dropped off with my parents, so no.
Okay, so they dropped me right into the into a little taxi ring there. So like they fully opened the door for me, and I'm just sitting there like that, and they were like, "Hello."
Aiden takes this to me, so I can say it. If you look at the videos of about 15 of us boys, all dudes, sitting in this hotel room, and then pans to Eden in like waist-high leopard print stockings, it looked like we had hired her to come to our prees.
I looked like an off-duty, and like I'm carrying like I brought beers with me, so I'm carrying like a bag with me. Like I literally look like I'm about to like.
That's what you had.
Alright, who's first?
You had your JBL pill in there and you were just like, alright, let's place. What do you boys want to see?
Who's first?
Alright,
Sit there, line up.
Who's the lucky bachelor?
You've been a bad boy.
Can I smoke in the bathroom first?
That's exactly what I looked like.
So I gotta get a little buzz before I do my dances.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was so fun. And it's the funniest thing to be with like the visually presenting looks like the guys that would absolutely hire a stripper for the TikTok award prees.
A lot of mustaches and mullets.
A lot of mustaches and mullets.
There wasn't any like alright hey type dresses or outfits amongst these men. No. Very much leaning towards we'd all shopped at the same store.
Yes. But that was visually it, but it was probably, I would say, the least likely group of men to ever hire a stripper.
We look like we would the most out of anyone.
when you were all in the lobby waiting too, I was like, oh god.
Because it was only meant to be, I was just going to come down with Sammy.
Yeah.
And then I think I think Christo came down as well. Yeah. And then two of the other boys who were arrived at the same time. So it just looked like 6 dudes. And we're also all excited to see you. So it just looked like from a distance, 6 like dudes in their early 20s excitedly bringing this girl in her stockings to the elevator up to their room.
And you have the glasses?
I had so I was gifted these Ray-Ban Meta Smart glasses from Instagram, which just look like normal Ray-Bans, but if you press a button it can take a video. So I was kind of like documenting the whole nine. No one can tell that you're filming, which is like creepy if you are creepy.
So funny.
And so I think I filmed Eden walking into the Crown.
But do you reckon some concierge saw you turn the
yeah,
and they were like, oh, piece of shit, man.
As soon as you start walking, I turn on my spy glasses. It's like she said we're not allowed to film it, but she didn't say anything about glasses.
I got my special glasses that we can film her and watch it later.
Yeah, like feed my TV.
It was very short-lived.
Can we also talk about on the red carpet, Will Gibbs' outfit?
So good.
Because Will Gibb last year...
He wanted to wear that last year.
Well, he wore shorts and a t-shirt and slides last year. Like literally what you would wear if you were going to the mailbox or you had to go outside to sign for a package and you've just been in bed.
Yes.
And this year, he wore like a white suit splattered with what you'd describe as blood, and then he had a giant prosthetic over his face with like giant teeth, exposed gums.
Big, almost like Cheshire Cat looking
smile.
But
like horror movie, almost Joker smile.
Incredible SFX makeup. It was so sick.
And it was... Why did he... Because he said... Was it for the Smile movie? Was he doing promo? Was he just doing it?
No, he wanted to do that last year. A drag queen from Drag Race Charity Case, for those following along, actually made that suit for him. And it's amazing up close. It's all like the blood splatters is like beaded like crystals and sequins and stuff. It's so cool. He wanted to wear it last year. I don't know if I should say why he did it.
Why?
It was just like, I think there was like some public events around the same time that were like, it would have been really, I messaged him and I was like, do you reckon it's like the timing, like going on a TikTok
people were like dying and stuff, or
splattered in blood.
Okay.
And he was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "You're just doing," because I was like, he's like me. We're just like, "Oh, fake blood." We're just like weird little Halloween coded people. But I was like, "What do you reckon?" And he was like, "Yeah, no, there's no chance.
Yeah.
You should not do that. That is not
Also,
nice."
I don't know what the plaster was made of, because I went up and gave him a hug, and I was trying to talk to him. I don't know what that plaster was made of. It smelled like shit.
Yeah, liquid latex smells
It smelled
crazy.
so bad.
Yeah, it smells
I was
like...
talking to, I literally had to be like, I can't, it smells so bad. It looks great. Don't come near me. But
Have
it was
you ever put your head in one of those like latex masks?
Yeah.
It smells like that.
It smelled really bad though.
Yeah.
But it looked phenomenal. Can we, the show itself, I also liked that in all the headlines they said, this year we had a record-breaking number of nominees. What do you mean record-breaking? You pick the amount of nominees every year. It's like, guys, we broke the record. Because you did 6 awards last year, and then this year you were like, let's do 13, that's more. Record-breaking year.
You guys broke that record, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure did.
I mean, yesterday I woke up and I clapped once, and then this morning I woke up and clapped 3 times. It was a record-breaking day for morning claps for Lockie. Morning claps sounds like morning sex.
Yeah, morning. Clearly get your morning claps in.
Get your morning claps in.
Good God gracious.
But yeah, well,
that's so funny. They're so funny like that.
We go through some of the highlights of the show. Shannon Knoll made a surprise appearance in a fedora.
I was outside for that.
Oh, yeah, it was weird. He didn't sound good either.
I don't know what it is about the TikTok awards, but that free pizza, I'm not over like the free stuff.
Yeah.
Hype yet. I know everyone plateaus with it. I'm not. If something's free, I'll leave there feeling sick. I've had so much of it.
When I drink, I just don't have the appetite. So I'm sure I would have loved it, but I didn't eat the pizza.
It was really good pizza actually. Like it wasn't like shitty pizza party pizza. It's like yum pizza.
Yeah. But yeah, Shannon Knoll came out. That's the weird thing. They keep just hiring people who I guess are memes. But I guess in some ways he's a national treasure, I guess. But they just keep... I don't know if it's a thing of like their budget only. They want to get someone who's enough in the public eye with some talent, but they can't get people who are actually talented. So they get people who are more well known because they're a meme, so they can command it.
I think it's the
some of the other performers were great though.
Well, I was gonna say like the tone of the show almost lends itself to like almost seems like a better choice sometimes, because like someone will be really good. Like Cez did, I think, so well for like, because when she said they're getting me to do 3 minutes of musical comedy, I was like, I would end it all. If they asked me to do it, I would love to. But it would be very hard. It's a hard.
Cez did good though.
She did really well, but I think like even then some people weren't like, they were sort of tuning out. Like they want like blah, 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 like something.
They want a TikTok sound.
Meme-y and
they want a 15-second TikTok sound.
Or even like Carla Weeby, I thought like sounded so good.
Yeah.
God, she can sing so well. And I think even then people are like, make it like too much. It's like whoa. Like they loved JoJo Siwa more than they loved.
It's the same thing. They would want Doja Cat to come out and just do 5 seconds of her song that goes ding.
Yeah.
They would just want that so everybody can do it. But I was like, do you know how many people like were looking around saying, I've never heard this part of the song when JoJo got to the bridge of Karma?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, I haven't heard this part of the song either. Either way, speaking of music, one of the DJs, forget his name, I'm not going to put this on him because this is the exact same as when you look at one of my videos and go, oh, an organic video is pretty good. That branded video wasn't as funny.
Yeah.
That's because that brand has not only put their hand into this, they put their hand so far up my ass, they're now controlling me. And I don't have a say because I've already signed the contract and I want to go to Europe, so I'm just going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And they did a song where at the start they played an ad for CeraVe, which I...
Oh, I saw that. That was... fucked.
Fucking grim. And then it was they remixed the ad presented by CeraVe as like a DJ song, and they had Milligram was in the ad, but they had people dressed as like CeraVe scientists standing behind the decks, and people like dressed like in the CeraVe colors doing a dance.
Those backup dancers got put to work.
Yeah, and it was like, because in the ad, they're like, you know, it's really good moisturizing, good for your skin. And so they're like, good for your skin, good for your... And the dancers are there like rubbing themselves. I'm like...
It was crazy.
They had a guy, a mascot, who was dressed up as Sarah V. Bottom. I'm like, fuck, if you push this any further down my throat, it's coming out of my ass.
Yeah, it was insane. It's like...
It was the worst part. I thought that was...
Some things we don't need to make funny or fun.
I thought it was the worst part of the night.
It was crazy.
I just sat there and I was like... I think it was like a minute and a half long. It was
I
not
astral projected away for that bit. I have no memory of it.
God, I wish I could have left the room.
Lights on, no one home for that. I was like...
Genuinely, because that was like halfway point. I remember watching this going, I'm never coming to one of these awards again. I want to go home right now. That's how much I hated how blatantly it was. Speaking of ads, my ad fucking played.
Oh yeah.
Thanks Uber. No, like, they told me that they were doing, like, a couple of influencers were doing this campaign and one of them will be picked to be played at the TikTok Awards. And I assumed mine wasn't going to get picked. I still think it's a decent enough video, but it's still, like, within the parameters of a branded piece of content.
Yeah.
And I was walking to the toilet and I heard it come on.
Did you
so I walked back out. I stood in front of all the bleachers on the left-hand side where everyone was sitting and just saluted myself for 30 seconds on screen.
That's pretty funny.
Which I was like, yeah. No one laughed. It was awesome. At the video or at me. It was sick.
Oh.
You know how I know it wasn't funny? Because so many people came up to me to be like, I saw your ad, and then had no sentence after that.
Oh, just like, hey, you were on the screen.
You were on the screen. And people told me, like, you missed it. I'm like, no, I saw it.
No.
I saw it. I caught all of it.
Man.
But because it got played on the screen, I think I get paid more. So there we go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sick.
What else?
I want to talk about
Go for it.
Probably my favourite moment ever. Bryce Cam.
Hello, Bryce.
Cam. He's home.
Oh, yeah.
He's home.
Bryce, what was your favourite part of the TikTok Awards?
Oh my gosh, when they put a snake on Molly.
That's what I was just about to say.
Let's get into
What
this.
the hell?
Blew your load.
What?
meant-
You blew my what?
Sorry guys, Bryce just
blew my
his
load apparently. Yeah, Molly and Tilly, Robert Irwin putting that big snake on. What I love is like Tilly's obviously like, you know, she's doing the bit. She's like, oh no. It pans a little bit to Molly, whose eyes have she's very still, but whose eyes have just welled up with tears.
Is she actually afraid? I would have been totally fine.
I could not read what emotion had overcome her. She was just crying, but like really subtly, which I think is the funniest thing I've ever seen on the TikTok Awards. It's just Molly like very somber, with a snake being put on her by Robert Irwin.
Isn't it crazy that the biggest laugh of the night was when they panned over to Molly for half a second and she didn't say a word?
Yes.
And that got the biggest laugh. I don't think Tilly was putting it on. She looked fearful.
She did look fearful.
But I think that's my other gripe with the fucking TikTok Awards. They spent so much time interviewing nominees and asking, what's the most slay thing you've done this year? How do you eat and leave no crumbs when you're making videos?
Stop it. You could tell the shit they were
How did
making
you
me
slay the
couldn't
boots
say
down,
on
Mama?
that teleprompter was so like when they're like, oh, what about like when they're like, oh, do ASMR to that ASMR guy.
He actually did okay.
He was
I
alright.
spoke to him after. I was like, that ASMR was good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, that made me want to fall asleep less than the show itself.
Yeah, it was a lot.
But yeah, the fact that they interviewed all these fucking nominees, which congrats to all of them, and they didn't let a single goddamn comedian talk.
Not once.
Not the.
Do you reckon it's because?
Oh god, like maybe the people who are nominated for being the funniest people in the room.
Let them do
maybe
something.
let them fucking speak. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Did Mate Smiths do anything last year?
I don't think so.
No. Oh, I kept. I really liked. I kept calling the Fairbairns to their face, like as a bit. And I was like, "Who are you guys? What? Which one of you's Jackson? Which one of you's?"
Yeah. I actually probably met Jackson. He's been at so many events we've never actually just like shook hands and said hello.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Molly having the snake over, amazing. Not letting the comedians talk. That's 2 of my talking points done.
Incredible. We're powering on through.
Yeah, record-breaking number of nominees. Yeah, we just mentioned this, but I want to bring it up again. If you didn't watch the live stream, it is criminal how many times they made Robert Irwin say like TikTok lingo.
Yeah.
Literally, I think the last line when they're rapping, they've given Bridie Drake congratulations, huge fan, well deserved, creator of the year. He's there and he's going, congratulations to all the nominees. All year you truly ate and left no crumbs. And I don't blame him for 1 second.
And his comments are still going to be like, your dad would be so proud of you, Robert.
Do you
God,
know?
he's looking down on you, smiling.
Yeah.
God, you're good, Robert.
God,
Go, you good thing, Robert.
I'd kill that stingray for him. I'd take his place if I could. And he's there like tears in his eyes.
Slay mama boots the house down, cunty.
I miss your dad so much.
He's like, guys, guy, no, fuck the bitch. Just I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very fucking video,
Man, he does seem really, really nice.
he seems wonderful, and he did a
Seems so
wonderful
lovely.
job hosting. But some of the things they got him to say, I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, he didn't throw in a single crikey. This is what I mean. This is what the TikTok Awards do. They get someone that we all love for a particular reason, the way they talk, the way they act, their personality, and they go, fuck that, read this script. You're going to be the biggest corporate drone you've ever seen in your life. We're going to make you say slave 15 times.
He was like, I love wildlife conservation.
Boo.
They were like, do the apple dance.
Do the apple dance.
No, but do it, Robert.
Guys, one of my passions is taking care of endangered species. If I could just have a minute to talk about that for a second. Do the fucking Chapel Roan dance. Do you know the one? The frillneck lizard within the Northern Territory region is at withering numbers right now. Do you know Cheerleader? Do you remember that one? Oh, I think that I found...
Oh my
God.
goodness.
I feel so sorry for him.
gracious.
He did a good job.
He did a great job.
Considering
Love
the
Robert.
fucking thing.
I want to talk about it. Did anyone there, like any of the influencers, did anyone ruffle your feathers? Like, did anyone do anything you think was cringe? That's my question I had.
Yeah, all of them.
Like what?
All
You
of
remember
them. Everything they said.
We haven't even gone on to the after party.
I
yet.
know, but
I
I just think like it's. I'll tell you two that I didn't like, and the two award winners, who I think were totally undeserving of their awards, was Alex Earl and Leah Holton.
Yeah, what was that?
Alex, this International Creator of the Year award that we have is a fucking joke.
It's weird.
If people, here's the thing, TikTok. If any of you have listened to this and you're going, that's not very brand safe, like, no, you're a TikTok creator, shut up, I don't care. You know deep down in your hearts, you all went into uni, got like media degrees or journalism degrees or marketing degrees because you were like, I want to make an actual difference, I want to put out good work, and now you're sitting here being like, this is good, this is fine. But yeah, we're going to give a fucking award to a woman who is not going to come, does not care, probably won't collect the award. And yeah, let's have this category, which is just like, hopefully this person gives us a shout out on their story because they have 10 million followers. What was the point of giving an award to Alex Earl? What was the point of the International Creator of the Year award? Like, what does that, the fuck does that mean? I'm like, why do we have this award, which is basically like, fuck, maybe if we give it to David Dobrik, he might shout us out and tag TikTok Australia on it. What's the point? It does not serve anybody. It doesn't help anyone. I don't think it inspires anybody. That would be like if at the end of the year with my rugby team, we gave the fucking most improved award to Brad Pitt. He's going great.
He's improving at a rapid rate.
In rugby?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I'm like, what's the point? Also, Leah Holton, nothing against her, but she won the Video of the Year award, which again, that category has become an utter joke.
Weird.
It's just like, which is the most viral video, which in that case, it's a fucking Coco Melon video somewhere out there with 20 billion views.
That's so true.
It's just the viral...
It's so
the
subjective.
viral... Like, it's a video of her lip sync for 10 seconds. I thought we were over that 3 years ago. I thought we were It's her lip syncing and staring into the camera, and a lot of people might be enamored by her beauty. Great. But that is not deserving of the Video of the Year award.
Really good in real life.
Yes. That's not my point. I have nothing against her. I just think the pick of her, Granny Flat Comedy should have won. Jackson Field could have got in there. There's so many people who make way better videos.
I like him. He's so pretty.
Who? Jackson Field? Yeah. He's man written by a woman.
Yes. God, that is so true.
Yep. Go look at Jackson Field. He's a man written by a woman.
He is a man written by a woman. He's super nice.
Yeah. Alex Earl, Leah Holton. Nothing against them. I just think TikTok are doing themselves a disservice and doing the creators a disservice by giving these awards to them.
Do you know who's so nice? Josiah. You met him?
The Canadian guy?
Yeah.
I've heard his name 1,000 times in the last 24 hours.
The it boy.
I'd never heard.
I'd never seen anything about him.
I think he's like a Canadian who just gives like tips about living in Australia.
Yeah,
but I think he's lived here for 10 years.
I've never seen his content. He's so nice.
Yeah.
He's super funny.
But I love because it's very presenting. Like, I got here yesterday. Here's the thing I found. It's like, you've lived here for 10 years. I'm pretty sure.
You live here. You're a citizen.
You've been here
a
a while.
citizen.
He's like walking around, doesn't have the accent.
Yeah.
As a Canadian, I'm here to show you guys some rinky-dink Aussie foods. Have you tried Vegemite?
Exactly.
Aussie Bro Squad did a fucking dance. This is what I mean by we're just putting memes on stage.
I had not really seen much of them until this morning when I like went down the wormhole because everyone got photos with them.
Crazy.
What the hell is going on there?
Insane. But yeah, that's what I mean. They're just a meme. How many more talented dancers do you think we have in that room?
Oh my god.
Why did Aussie Bro Squad get signed up? Probably because they'll say anything. They'll say yes to anything.
Yes. It was so weird. It's when it feels like so dystopian.
Did you? Because the parents, I'm always so interested about the parents and what's going on there because those boys change races faster than Ariana Grande. Each week they're like K-pop stars. Now we're wearing stuff that's very, very much in a different community. Oh, you've got cornrows and braids now?
That's so true. Remember when they had cornrows?
They all had cornrows and braids for a bit, and then they all had coloured hair, and now they all have pitch black hair, and they're all
wearing a little kilt.
And they're dressing like a K-pop group.
Yes. Wow.
I have a video idea. I've told a bunch of the boys about this. I want to get like Mackenzie McIntyre, Will Gibb, some of the Mates Rates boys, and I want to do like a mockumentary of where are they now, and it's 20 years from now, and we're playing each of the Aussie Bro Squad boys and what they're up to. It's like Will Gibb sitting in the backyard just pumping darts, but like, yeah, after a couple of the Westfield shows, we decided probably to hang it up. But Mum really wanted us to sign with Universal.
That'd be such a good series of like the TikTok where are they now? I want to play Fonzie Gomez.
Oh, all right, well done. There we go. But yeah, that was.
He wasn't there.
It's a strange thing though. That Aussie Bro Squad is so weird. It's objectively. I know everything I say. I've never cared really about what people thought. Like I take it into account. Like not just hurting people, but me saying I think they're weird. My brain, because of social media, and I know how many comments I get about fucking anything, goes, they're just kids having fun. Are they really? Is that what's happening here? Do you think they want to be going live for fucking 5 hours? Those smiles aren't real.
No.
You tell me those smiles are real. Hope that holds up in court. You want to stand under oath, put your hand on the Bible, put one hand here and go, yeah, those smiles look real. Get the fuck
Did
out
you see when I was leaving, the like people get so, I forget that like it's not just like random, like we're like lol, people are here that we know of or we've seen on the like phone, like little girls were screaming for like Letitia and Deja. Like they have
cornered that market.
They were screaming.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was like, wow, I guess they're like famous to them.
Yeah. I mean, it's that parasocial relationship where they're just completely enamored.
Insane.
Yeah, it's insane. I think any award they ever get voted for nominated for, as long as it's a popularity vote, I don't think they can lose because they've got, Deja telling them to go vote, Kat telling them to go vote, Letitia telling them to go vote. Is it David the dad? No, I forget his name. Lovely guy.
Yeah.
You got the whole family, so it's kind of like there's your Avengers, I guess.
Yes. There's also
congrats to them with Collade.
Yeah.
Would have loved to see Brittany Saunders get the win, but TikTok awards are popularity votes, so.
Of course.
But congrats to everyone. Could have gone anywhere. The Clark family, lovely. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry because we didn't kill them in the home games. We let them all out.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was funny, seeing people that like we talked about their hypothetical death. Like I made direct eye contact with Sam Fricker. I was like, hey buddy.
Yeah.
And I was like, the only reason you would ever have seen my face is me talking about us killing you.
Yeah.
in a competition setting.
I will also mention this briefly. Obviously when I met the beautiful Carly, I had to step away from my duties of face of Tinder Australia.
Yes.
Yeah. That wasn't my official title, but that's what I like to tell people.
Mm-hmm.
and it seems now they've gone the direction of Sam Fricker. And I'll leave it at this. I used to be the face of Tinder. Sam Fricker is now the bulge of Tinder. You see those ads they were playing of him?
That was crazy.
That was porn.
It was insane.
It was like...
I was like grabbing people around me. I was like, oh, are they allowed to show that?
It was like Sam at the pool, lounging on some...
But camera was low
It was
down.
like filmed from his thigh up.
Bulge cam.
Yeah, and they were like...
They attached that GoPro.
They put the GoPro on his knee.
That was on the nuts mount.
Dude, I think they got him a pair of cozies and they were like, can we get those 5 sizes smaller?
Yeah.
Mitchell
Coops and I were like, oh god.
And it wasn't just, everyone around us was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's like, I think it's like you see it, it's like whatever. You see it on those giant 9x16 like size screens, 3 of them, giant bulge.
And in like bright pink cozies.
Yeah.
I love you, Sam. And congratulations. Sam
love this content.
Let's say
Get it.
Sam had that sexy ad pop up. He took home the Sports Creator of the Year, and I'd have to assume however many women he wanted.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Do you think he does
They're
that?
like, let's dive in.
Do you think he does that? I don't know if he seems like that.
No, he's not
He's
not a pest. He's a lovely young man who's polite. I'm just creating a character of him that he would never be, because that's my job. That's my thing.
I think it's funny, it's always an interesting thing, people that use like TikTokness to like hook up with people. Like, I just always think that's funny. Like, it's seeing people there last night that I'm like, oh, you kind of want to like go home with someone. That's always weird. I don't know. Especially at the after party.
Like other influencers who you thought were trying to hook up with people? Or just
like...
civilians?
No, yeah, like influencers. Or maybe that they, not necessarily with other influencers, but I'm like, do you leverage this to get laid?
Yeah, well, we'll discuss this in a second because I have a note about that.
Really?
But yeah,
We're so in
Sam,
sync.
Sam, we love you. Congratulations on the new ad.
Sam.
Great ad, man.
Awesome ad.
That was
awesome.
Next time I have a
can't say awesome bulge.
Awesome bulge, bro.
Awesome ad, awesome bulge, dude.
Platonically, awesome bulge. Anytime...
This one's got to have it out of context.
Yeah. Anytime I get feedback from a brand saying this isn't very brand safe, if I ever work with Tinder again and they go, this is not brand safe, I'm going to send them that video and go, this isn't brand safe. Oh, I think I'm allowed one swear word in my video.
Oh, I'm being sarcastic? How about this is a penis that you're showing?
No, we love you, Sam. It was great.
It's awesome. You're awesome.
It was great. I mean, great. Just, all that tells me is that when I was doing my fucking 2 years with Tinder, they never told me to take my shirt off. They were like, put layers on. We're going skydiving. Wear a jumpsuit.
They're like, you got another snow trip coming up?
I'm going to go go-karting. I'm going to put a helmet on you. Cover you up as much as... Talk.
Skydiving.
You know what it is?
Go-karting.
Me and Sam Fricker are just Deadpool before and after they got their powers.
Yeah, but...
Because once he gets his power, mask comes on, but he can talk.
Yeah, but Sam Fricker is a bit of a himbo. Like, there's not much.
No, he's gorgeous. I love him.
But he doesn't have... He's not scorned by the world like you are.
Yeah, I don't...
He has happy elevator music in his brain.
I think if he was doing this podcast, we'd be like, how was the TikTok? We'd be like, they were awesome.
That's the best time. And we're like...
I fucked 50 people.
Great. Yeah, everyone saw my bulge and then lined up afterwards.
Yeah, they were all in like photos, but no one had cameras out.
I love social media. We're like, you know what grinds my gears?
JoJo Siwa shouldn't have. She should have fucking sung the song. But hey, people, this is why people listen.
Yeah.
Wholesome one. I feel like we're going back between bad and wholesome. I would call that's a wholesome because we love Sam.
Yeah, wholesome.
And we love his new ad.
Wholesome.
Dr. Carl winning an award and coming up in his TikTok varsity jacket.
Did you say I was screaming? Oh yeah, you were laughing at me because I don't know. I thought everyone could have gotten around their favorite creators more, but I was like,
people didn't. No one was clapping.
For anyone.
It was quiet as fuck.
Not even when Bridie won. Like,
yeah,
everyone was like, woo.
People were leaving.
I was like, guys, it's really cool. Bridie's really cool and nice.
They were doing the wrap up, and you could hordes of people in the bleachers. I'm like, where are you going? What are you trying to fucking beat the lines for a drink?
Yeah, I
They're
guess.
walking around with seltzers on trays.
Yeah, weird.
It was really rude. I spoke to Alex, who runs my management company, he was like, I wanted to fucking deck all the people that were walking out. I'm like, yeah me too. Sure, I mean, I think that's everything on the awards. Should we move on to the after party? I only have a few thoughts.
Yeah.
So we went to the after party, which that's the first time I've ever felt like what popular kids must have felt like, because Amplify was technically having their Christmas party and hosting. So the amount of people who'd come to me, and I was like, I didn't know they liked me so much. And it was, do you know where I can get a wristband for the after party? And I was like, So I made a point of going to get extra wristbands and only giving them to certain people and not other people in front of them.
I didn't even realize, like, you gave me a wristband, and I was so frazzled at this whole event, this whole night, that I was like, oh, what? And you were like, say thank you. I was like, thank you. And I sort of knew what it was. And then afterwards, I was like, I had to leave because my heels were hurting so bad. And I was like, I literally want to go out and have fun, and it's dulling my personality to be in these shoes, because people would talk to me, and all I could do was scream inside my head. So I was like, I'm going home so I come back a better person. And so I was like waiting for an Uber outside, and I saw All Right Hey, and he was like, are you coming to the after party? I was like, I think. And he pulled out a wristband, was like, gave it to me, and I was like, oh. And I literally took it, and I went, no, I have this on my wrist that I'm holding this with. And he was like, you're an idiot. I was like, I'm so confused. I just have to get these shoes off so the blood starts running back to my head. Yeah. So I drove all the way home. No, I went all the way home. I went all the way back.
Did you Uber?
I Ubered home.
Yeah, I was going to say. You're not jumping on the tram at Moore Park.
No, but I drove in to Kinsailers, and then I left my car there.
Is it still there?
No, I went and got it this morning.
Okay.
Bryce dropped me at like 8 a.m. I was in a bad way.
Yeah.
I got home at like 6.
You went? Okay, well, I only have a few things, so I didn't stay very long. I went to the after party, and I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, I want to go home.
You weren't grumpy, though. You were just like...
I was just like done. I wasn't even tired. I was like, yeah, I don't think this is it.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I was like,
I had
a night, but it felt like that time Donald Trump had those college football players to the White House, because they were just serving plates of McDonald's cheeseburgers.
I had a lady give me a really dirty look, because I was like, I didn't want one right then and there, but I was like, I'm going to want one, and then I was scared. I think they have a food scarcity thing, because I was like, oh, and then I had this tiny little bag that doesn't fit anything in it, doesn't even fit my phone, and I stuffed the burger into that little bag, and she looked at me like, and I was like, I'm gonna want it later, and I did.
It's like, I can do whatever I want with it.
Yeah.
I was so sad though. So I got there, and someone, actually it was my manager Emily, had half a burger, and then she was like, do you want this? And I didn't even think. I throated it in one bite. And then I remembered I'm on a very strict diet. So I remember eating that and being like, God, I want to eat 10 more. Because my diet ends tomorrow.
Wow.
We'll talk about that as well. I go to Fiji tomorrow, and then I'll be, because my Europe transformation is done, and I'm in much better shape. But yeah, I wanted to eat so much. I wanted to devour those burgers. But,
they were good. I was eating cold chips by the end of that night. Yeah. I had so much. That was, if I was going to be on a diet, God, I would have committed adultery to that diet.
Yeah.
Cheat day.
Oh, that's why I left. I went home and I just went to bed, and then I made myself a delicious steak today.
Oh, nice.
This is my last thing. I'm not gonna name names, but there was. I don't know if I've now become fuckable in the influencer industry.
Are they shooting shots? People shooting shots?
Yes, people were shooting shots while I was waxing lyrical about Carly.
Oh, yuck.
People that I was like, yeah, I'm going to Fiji, then I'm going to go over to Perth because our 1 year anniversary coming up on December 8th, I remembered. And then we're going to go to America in Feb, we're going to go skiing. And then just blatantly floating or hitting on me.
This is interesting. Because remember when I said, like, do you reckon people are like, not, maybe not just like, yeah, it's a weird event to get horny at, guys. I just think that.
Well, it's the only event I've been at long enough where I've actually mingled with people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is this a case that like I just haven't talked to people, so there was never.
I think something was in the air.
But yeah,
because I also very much experienced some wild interactions.
Yeah, a couple of influencers that I was like. At first, I was like, yeah, because I'm always surprised when comedians don't go for other comedians. So these people weren't comedians.
Yes.
They were like lifestyle and beauty girlies.
Yeah.
Who I'm like, you usually don't gravitate towards the comedians at the event, let alone try to hit on them. So that's why I was like, okay. But I was like, I love my girlfriend. I'm trying to...
Yeah.
Like, I was fucking trying to talk to them and be like, hey, do you have ideas for anniversary presents? And then they were still fucking... And it was very uncomfortable. It was weird.
I'm going to say I was not...
I'll tell you after.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I'll tell you after. The boys were surprisingly very, very wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
The girlies were on one.
Can you tell me after?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Why? Who did you get a...
There was
it's like a dancey thing? Was it touchy-feely?
There was a dancey thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what about me. I mean, I know I get the dance floor pumping. This is one thing I'll say. I was on stage with a few little gay boys. and then at one point I looked around, I was pissing myself. It was me on stage and like 12 to 20 gay men exclusively. And I was like, I am Charlie XCX.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, they're multiplying around me. So that was fun. But yeah, I don't know what it is about me dancing, but women always think I'm trying to kiss them.
Yeah. Do you have a couple? Did you have some lean-ins?
One.
Oh, you had a lean-in.
And I was like, and then I tried to say just hi to her afterwards, and she blamed me. She was like angry. I was like, I don't even know you, dude.
Wow. Did you get a couple like bumping and grinding? It's more
I
of a
think
dude
because I
move.
was dancing with my friends like that. You know, you spin them around and like.
Yeah.
It's like, especially when it's like your friends, whatever. And so I think people were like, oh, that's on the table here. Or
ladies, if a straight dude ever is dancing with you and they throw the twirl move, they're going to do that 14 more times until you like fall into their arms so they can open mouth and lean in. That's all that move is.
Yes.
You think a guy has ever enjoyed... That's not the fun part. Doing the bit where we twirl you, that's not fun. We want to be twirled. Absolutely. We're only doing that because we're like, how dizzy can I get her before she kisses me?
Good riff. Shut up.
Good riff. But yeah,
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to spike her drink, but I'm going to put her on the phone.
Yeah, bro, I got really dizzy last night. Oh my god, what did you do? Twirled her good.
Silly.
She was out of it for about 4 seconds.
You're on the fucking Lazy Susan.
Yeah, put that bitch on a Lazy Susan. Sounds like an Action Bronson line.
It does. It absolutely does.
Put that bitch on a Lazy Susan. That's not even a good Action Bronson impression.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was alright.
It's okay. So I left about 1:30.
Which is still like a good effort. Since we got there...
Knowing who I used to be is like, to that is crazy.
That is almost 12 hours at an event, you know, from when you got to Prees.
Yeah.
To leaving.
Did it pop off for very long, or was it kind of...
No. Yeah, no.
When did it die down?
Probably like 2:30.
Okay, I left right in the sweet spot.
I
left because if I'd stayed longer, I probably wouldn't have had more fun, but I would have got more drunk and had more of a hangover.
Well,
Pretty happy this morning when I woke up and I was like checking myself, like, ooh, okay. Not vomiting, no headache, no stomach issues. Pretty good.
The girlies and the gays all headed to Universal, and that was all good. And then Pat Doherty, friend of the pod, did not get into Universal.
Was he drunk? Pat.
So good. And I was like, I'll come up the road with you. I'll have like a beer at the Colombian. No. And I was like, you know what? I could probably this is a good smoke bomb to be like, oh, I didn't get into Universal. Because I was like, it's like 3.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. And like the Colombian was closed, and then there was like, we walked somewhere else. Pat insisted on getting literally a 200-meter taxi. I was like, Pat, I can't explain this to you enough. It's a 2-minute walk. And he was like, no. I think it was like
Pat.
$8. He was wasted. And like, I was wasted too. And like,
I'm seeing tonight, I'm going to his comedy shop for this, so I'll talk to him about that.
Yeah, and then, so it was Pat and I at like some dodgy pub. And I was literally sitting there having a water, and I was begging him not to get it. He was like, one more schooner. And I was like, Pat, I swear, please don't do that. Okay. And I was like, why would you need that? You're belligerent.
A beautiful big bean.
The only reason we got into, because he got turned away from somewhere else too. The only reason we got into this pub is because someone was coming out of like the pokies room exit, and I held the door and just went, go, Pat. So I just got in there.
But it was good. I mean,
so I got home at like 6.
oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my god. I
maybe.
also, like, a funny little note was I got in the Uber. This guy, it's like, I think it was this old Greek dude, like, chair reclined all the way back. He was basically sitting next to me because his chair was just folded like all the way back, and he had all the windows open. 2 in the front, 2 in the back, all the way down. And I remember because I was still a little bit drunk, and I was like, "This is kind of nice." So I just didn't say anything. We drove all the way to Cronulla, all the windows down, whole way. And I remember we got about 5 minutes from my house, and he goes, "Do you want me to put the windows up?" I was like, "No, man, this is good. I think we're in it now."
I think, yeah. I think
I was-
I'm acclimatized to it.
Yeah, I think I'm used to it now.
Awesome.
Guys, that was the TikTok Awards. We did not win anything, but that's okay. But we do have, I'm going to announce it now. We are going to be, actually, I'm going to put this at the start of the episode. So, I'll say it at the end. We'll do the wrap up now.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, TikTok Awards. Well,
Guys, TikTok Awards.
8. Sorry, let me say it in Robert's voice to make it sound like it. The TikTok Awards ate and simply left no crumbs.
I liked that. That
Thank
was
you.
a really good Robert Owen impression.
Thanks, it's pretty good.
Hey, guys, episode. Yeah, woohoo!
Alright, love you, Missy, bye.